Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everybody. Some ideas that are not very great, but the second ideas that are not very great, they come up with great enthusiasm, don't they? Sir, I have an idea. Sir, मेरे पास idea. Sir. And people say, I have great ideas. But the challenge is, some of those ideas that can't be taken. But if we start awarding people for their efforts, we start building trust. Now think about it. You and I are able to share with each other within our own families whatever we want to say. Is that right? When we go within our family, it is comfortable. Is that correct? Yes or no? When we are at home, there is a great element of trust. And when there is trust, people can talk. And this is what I want to encourage us as a team. When there is trust and partnership over here within the organization, people will be ready to shout out ideas. People will be ready to give their thoughts. People will be ready to give inputs. And I want to ask you as leaders, are you creating an ambience? Are you creating an environment? Are you creating situations wherein your team members feel they can voice out what they feel like? Yes? Very quickly, you've heard of this organization. Do you know one of the biggest innovation ICA has done? At ICA, one great example is, and I'm almost coming to the end. At ICA, whenever you have a product like furniture, you would ideally have two offices, don't you? One is a warehouse and one is the actual store where customers can contact. Is that correct? But what you would also realize is there is a big cost over there. What ICA has now done is their store and warehouse are the same, which means in the daytime it is a store where a customer can visit, and in the evening it becomes a warehouse where things can be replenished, inventory can be brought. Now when you have one place for everything, do you think it will decrease cost? Yes or no? Yes. When it decreases cost, not only that, ICA has done also something disruptive is, when you buy furnitures, you get this big sofa set that comes to your place. But if you have one big sofa set that is put in a tempo, how much of place will it occupy? So it could cater to 2, 3, 4 customers. What ICA does is, they, have products wherein they say, build it yourself furnitures, which means you only have wood pieces which are ready. They are put in plastic and covers, and it is just sent to your house, which means number of rounds that the vehicle has to go through becomes lesser. The petrol and fuel being used becomes lesser, cost becomes lesser, and the benefit goes to the customer. Innovation, my friend. There is one more disruption that almost no one is talking about, and that a lot of consumers are now starting to get very, very interested and work to and partner with organizations that are working towards the environment. Companies that are using less of energy so that the world can be saved. At ICA, since the innovative step that they took, since 1998, they have planted 200 million trees. Hear me out. ICA creates furniture. So you would agree with me that they use a lot of wood. So in order to replenish that, they have now, since 1998, planted 200 million trees. 2 million, I apologize, not 200 million, 2 million trees. And that's how they are saving the environment. And more consumers are coming to them because of this goodwill. Second last, accept uncertainty. I told you earlier, most of us do not like uncertainty. But uncertainty is the spice of life. If everything was very certain, think about it for a minute, my friends. When you go back home today, if you already know what your better half is going to tell you, if you already know what she's going to cook today for you, if you already know what she's going to wear in the evening, when you're going to go out for a dinner date, when you're sitting down, you already know the words that she's already thought in her mind. When you already know when you will get the next promotion, when you already know things, my friend, is it exciting? Yes or no? Sorry? No. Uncertainty, my friends. Most of us, including me, we don't like uncertainty. But disruption encourages you to start accepting uncertainty as a way of life. Very quickly, number 9, be courageous to give up old ways. There are some ways that you think no matter how great it is, it's not about just doing the right thing. The question is, your consumers, your customers are not your family members. If they are getting something bigger, better, at a cheaper cost, they will go. Is that a yes? And what can you and I do? Not just to be politically right, but what can we do disruptive so that huge customer base comes to us? Finally, this is my question as I end. Disruption and innovative thinking and disruptive thinking never happens only to compete with people. Disruptive innovation happens because you feel deep in your own heart that I want to start something new that can bring value to so many people. Because the more value that you bring to more people in your life, the more value you will receive. Is that a yes? Thank you so much. My name is Bobby Dsouza. God bless you.